topic you want to get to.
Yes. So basically, the results of this year's playoffs for the Dodgers. Do you think that it confirms that last year was a Mickey Mouse championship?
Hell no. Tired of this. Tired of y'all. Tired of all this Mickey Mouse. All right. First of all, don't use something that one of our players kind of coined, which was Bauer. All right. Don't
Okay.
use that against us. That's whack. Second of all, I don't think it's a Mickey Mouse title because everyone had the same chances that we did, and we just came out on top. Everyone shared the same emotion. Everyone had the same bit of intensity when it came to the playoffs. I didn't see anyone say like, "Hey, it doesn't matter. It's 60 games." We can talk about that 2020 team. In my opinion, was going to the World Series, regardless of whatever happened. If we paid a full 162, if we didn't, that team was stacked. It was loaded, and then I don't know. I don't even remember if we had a trade deadline that year, but from just that roster alone, to me, that team was destined to do what it did. And then at the end of the day, I look at people when they bring that point up, or they try to bring that little, oh, it doesn't matter. I go back to Game 4. Game 4 was the Brett Phillips play where all hell breaks loose and the Dodgers lose. That place was going insane, and to me, you can't say something doesn't matter, but then you see that emotion on the field, and you try to just be like, see, no one cares. Like this championship doesn't. No one considers it an actual championship. You guys just won a tournament.
Basically. Let me give you my reasons why I think it was a Mickey Mouse championship. The first one being that there's 30 teams in the MLB. They only played 9 teams to get to the World Series last year. The World Series. The second reason is why is it that Kershaw's best playoff run of his whole entire career was the one where there were no fans in the stands, right? And I think that goes for a lot of the players on the Dodgers.
No, there were fans there. There were fans there.
In
You
the
had to
NLC.
you had to pay. You had to pay for your cardboard cutout to be there.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about those.
Those were expensive. I had 3.
They were expensive. So the third reason is this year, if it was a 60-game series, the Braves after 60 games would have been 29-31, and they wouldn't have made the playoffs and got the opportunity to eliminate the Dodgers, right? So that's kind of the prime example that it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? And my last thing is, I brought this up off air with Dwayne, that they had some rating issues last year, so the world wasn't paying attention. And I'll go ahead and let you guys take over and give me your thoughts about that.
On the last thing you said with the ratings, all sports were down across the board, so I throw that out. It's whatever to me. And also we're all baseball fans. How many people say out there that no one watches baseball? So I don't care about ratings when it comes to that. But the first thing you said with the whole, we only played 9 teams to get to the World Series. See, now I can use that for the actual divisions as well, because there's a bunch of weak divisions in baseball, and you're playing your division the majority of the time. Obviously, you go out and you play other divisions, but it's like, besides for the Astros, they have to play you guys how many times? 16, 17 times?
Yeah.
Right? And not saying you guys are terrible, but previous seasons, I mean, you guys weren't that good. Freaking Texas stinks, and so on and so forth. You can pinpoint certain teams in every division that, oh yeah, this is an easy road for a lot of teams, right? I think the toughest division in baseball is the NL West, but after that, probably going into next year, honestly, it might be a fight between the AL East. The AL East is stacked at this point, right? So besides those two divisions, in my opinion, every other division is kind of just a crapshoot. It's just like whoever gets off to a good start is probably going to hold off their, the rest of their division mates, and then it is what it is. So I don't like that argument. Everything else around it, yes, Kershaw having his best postseason, it's kind of, so the first half of Kershaw's postseason career was tough luck because he was their best pitcher. They ran him out there every time they needed something in situations that were no-win situations. Like Kershaw on 3 days rest against the Cardinals, Kershaw having to just hold down the pitching staff because the Dodgers were down. Though that's why his numbers look the way they look in the playoffs, but I will not say that having less fans probably didn't do him a little better, because I feel like a lot of the Dodger players, including Clayton Kershaw, I feel like they have this mentality where when the lights shine brightest, they want to be heroes. Like they want to have that moment of like, I want to do everything myself. I want to be able to just take over the game. And Clayton Kershaw is one of those people because I've seen it his entire career. The guy used to, anytime there was an important at bat, important moment, instead of like actually pitching, he would just throw his fastball harder. And it's like, no, that's not gonna work. Like especially if they're sitting on that pitch, right? So I look at that as maybe that definitely could have played a part in Clayton being doing what he did. But also I look at, do you think with that with the point you brought up, do you think a team like the Rays would have even made it that far if there was
maybe not because they definitely have a home field disadvantage.
Right. So,
they got empty seats, so they're kind of used to it.
So they were like, "Oh, this is like what we do anyway.
This is like home."
So I honestly think it's just it was several different things that went into it, but to me, it's not a Mickey Mouse title. I feel like people shouldn't take it as one because if you guys think that the 2020 championship is not valid, then 2017. Like where does that put us? Now we're looking on social media and people are saying that, oh, even though the Astros cheated in 2017, that title is valid because everyone cheats in baseball, which is no, everyone doesn't have cameras pointed at catchers' groins and looking at pitches. Like no, let's calm that down. But that's just my opinion. I'm a Dodger fan, obviously, so I'll be biased. But people, they want to feel how they feel about it, cool. But hey, banner's still in LA, baby. 2020. We got ours.